Hey everyone, and welcome back. I'm Fox with Foxeo Plays. You're watching this on my Let's Play channel. I also have a main channel called FoxeoGames where I do most of my content. Well, when I say most, I mean my primary content. Technically, because this is a Let's Play channel, this will have more stuff on it than my other channel. But you know what? Let's do this. We were trying to take out Rom the vacuous spider, and you'll notice in the previous episode, I actually replaced the live commentary with post commentary, referred to as postcom. And I did that. I explained the reasons why, but I just got way too salty. I just became too negative about the game, and I thought that negativity would be too much. So I went ahead and decided to replace it with live commentary that, while it's not necessarily more positive towards what the game is doing, it's less negative, if that makes any sense. I was less harsh. Alright, I want to get to Iosefka's clinic and move on for the moment, just because I'm finding the vacuous Rom fight a little frustrating. So let's get past that for now, or let's not get past it, but let's go around it for the moment and do some other things, and then we'll come back to Rom in a little bit, probably in this episode. Okay, so see, from the Forbidden Grave. Was this the right one? You know what? This was not the right one. Oops. Sorry, guys. Let's use the other lamp to get to Iosefka's clinic. I know some of you are probably watching that going, no, Fox, that's the wrong one. But there was nothing you could do. My next playthrough, I've talked about some ideas for what to do, and I'm still partial to the idea of maybe using the saw spear. I feel like I've got a pretty good experience using the hunter's axe, but now that I think about it, one thing that might change it up even more than using the saw spear is perhaps using the, sorry, I'm yawning, is perhaps using the whip, the cane whip, or is that what the threaded cane, that's it. Now, one of the benefits of using the threaded cane, Forbidden Grave, Bargainworth, was it the Forbidden Grave, or was it the Forbidden Woods? I think it's Forbidden Woods. One of the greatest benefits of using the threaded cane as our weapon of choice for the next playthrough is that we'll have it immediately. I mean, we will have it virtually from the very, very start of the game. It's one of the first weapons they offer you. And so in that regard, we can immediately start using it. We can immediately start upgrading. And we don't have to worry about using an interim weapon until we can get to our primary weapon. That will be our primary weapon. However, one of the possible I'll go this route. One of the possible downsides is that I know when I used it during my first live playthrough on Twitch, I found that it didn't do a lot of damage to many enemies, and maybe that was just my impression, and maybe I'll have a better experience with it if I try using it again. But, wow, I forget about that every time, don't I? I'm trying to remember how to get to Iosefka's clinic. I think you have to run past the area with the dogs. Is that right? Is this not the right way? I don't know. Ooh, I don't feel like that hit me, but whatever. I feel like a lot of things don't actually hit me in this game that register a hit. What the heck? I have no idea what's happening right here. It's not making any sense to me. Okay. There we go. Ha ha ha, dogs. You don't want to jump. I win. Alright, let's go up the path with all the dogs. Hopefully I went the right way. I might not have. Who knows? What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? Get out of here, all of you. Stop following me. Leave me alone. I'm busy. Woo! I missed that trap as well. I keep missing all these traps, don't I? Yeah, I may not know exactly where I'm going here. What do you got for me? Blood vials? I'll take them. I believe... Shoot, maybe I went the wrong way. I'm not a big fan of the Forbidden Woods. It's just a confusing, kind of tangled mess. Yeah, this was not the way to go. I have already lost my way. See, and I just watched a YouTube video showing how to get to Iosefka's clinic, because unfortunately the Bloodborne guide as much as it just looks nice and it's got a lot going for it. Oh, I got some major complaints about it. I mean, first of all, every single boss fight is listed at the back. So if you're just following through like a normal playthrough, as you're flipping through and you get to the end of an area guide, the guide. Wait, hang on. Sorry, gotta just hang on. That guy's annoying the heck out of me. Okay. Once you get to the end of an area, in order to find the boss strategy, you have to then flip to the back of the book to a different section, which I find just really an odd, annoying decision. I'm not sure who made that decision or why, but I can legitimately say I feel like they just plain old made a mistake. Bad choice there. And then the other problem I have with the guide, and this is a much bigger complaint, is, for example, I'll flip forward from the Forbidden Woods, and you'll hear me flip now, and next is Iosefka's clinic. The start of this area, the start of most areas, doesn't mention anything about how to get there. It assumes you're already there. So then I flip back to this spot, and there's a little paragraph about the boss. If you read that, it won't tell you how to get to Iosefka's clinic. Then I back up a bit, and I start reading this and that, and I'm like, I'm not really sure where it tells you how to get to Iosefka's clinic. I'm looking through here, and 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 I'm reading, and I'm reading, and I'm reading, and I'm not finding anywhere where it tells you how to get to Iosefka's clinic. So then I go on YouTube, and I find a quick little video that's offered for free that nobody got paid for. Well, maybe they got ad revenue. And then there it is. And I can't help but think, why is it that I'm having to go to outside sources when I've got the guide? You know what I mean? It doesn't seem right. And obviously it's not right. So just some really big oversights on their part with the guide. Major oversights. Like that, buddy. Okay, there's a cave around here somewhere. I feel like I keep missing it. That's the other thing too. The way this game is designed, the way it looks, the color arrangement and everything, it is surprisingly easy to constantly walk right past a pathway that seems like it should be obvious. Like right here, for example. Okay, look, right here. Man, I could pass that 1,000 times and not even realize it's there. If you're trying to hide it, that's one thing, but some of the paths that are like that are mandatory to complete the game. So in that regard, I'm like, could you make them a little more obvious, maybe? I actually don't think, in many cases, that FromSoft meant for them to be hidden or meant for them to be camouflaged. I don't think they meant that. I think they didn't realize that they weren't doing enough to draw attention to it, and that the overall layout of the game, the colors, the contrast, it just made it obscure and hard to find. I don't know if I ever even fought these guys. I think the only time I've ever come here, I just ran past them, so... What the heck? Oh, it's poison? Is that how you want to do it? Is that how you're going to do it? Oh, whatever. Hopefully it's the slow poison, so I can just pretty much ignore it. Let's try to fight this guy. Well, shoot, forget it. Let me run around here. Ooh, something took a jab at me. And go this way. Not sure where I'm going or why. Arcane Blood Gemstone. Okay. That's something. Alrighty then. What's in here? Nothing. Exactly nothing's in there. Yeah, it's the slow poison. Fortunately, slow poison's like regular Dark Souls poison. You can just ignore it. You just have to be mindful of the fact that your health is slowly being chipped away at. And then every so often heal it up. There's no point in trying to use antidotes here, because then you're just using antidote, get poisoned, use an antidote, get poisoned, use an antidote, so why waste them? Just deal with the poison. Oh, okay, it looks like there are multiple pathways. Multiple pathways! I kind of want that item there. Not sure what it is or what. Let's go ahead and let's start tackling this guy and see what it's like. I think I can kill him in almost 2 shots. Almost. Dead. Or not. Now he's dead. Aw, I got that guy's attention. I really didn't want to do that. That wasn't part of the plan. These guys look freaky, though. They really do. No, I don't think that hit me. So I'm going to want the ref to take another look at that one. How did he come in here? He's phasing... no way. He phased through that. That is so cheap. He phased through the wall. I want to recount. A little jab to the face. I love it. Get him, get him, get him. Got him. Got him good. Now, one person in the comment section, I won't mention who because I don't want people to gang up on him if they disagree with him, because I totally respect his opinion. But one person mentioned that they thought that my character looked totally hideously ugly. I gotta admit, I don't think she's the best looking. I don't think she's bad looking. I think she looks fine. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, somebody made a comment that they thought it was just a absolutely horrible face design on the character, and honestly, I don't think that's the case. I mean, I will agree it's not the best, but I certainly don't think it's awful or really exceptionally bad in any way. Felt like it was more so basically okay. All right, let's go ahead and get up here. Whoops. So there's a couple. Well, there's at least one blood gemstone down there, arcane. And, oh shoot, before I keep going, let me go ahead and remove the tea bag from my tea, and let's enjoy today's drink of choice, which is a soothing peppermint herbal tea. Now, your herbal teas are almost always going to be caffeine-free. For many people, when they request an herbal tea, they're knowingly basically saying, hey, do you have any caffeine-free tea? Your herbal teas also tend to have more interesting and varied flavors than your standard tea in the US, which is almost always going to be black tea. So let's try it out. Not bad. It's peppermint. I've had it before, though. Nothing surprising there. As of the recording of this video, I really should be playing The Witcher 3, but guys, I really like Bloodborne. Amidst the complaints I have about the game, I really do like it. I've got more complaints about this game, though, than Dark Souls or Demon Souls, but far less to complain about than Dark Souls 2, although I might complain quite a lot. You know me. I do what I do. I do what I do, and no one can stop me. You can't stop me. Hello? Open. Open. There we go. Just want to make sure I got any items that are hanging out right here. I hear movement. Alright, so let's go through Iosefka's clinic. Iosefka is... I thought... Okay, hang on. Is that not the way through right there? The door? Okay, so then where is it? I came up here through the ladder. Oh, I opened that door right there. It's this door I go through. Okay, I was thinking this was the same door I had already just opened. Not the case. Now, the one catch with my Witcher 3 playthrough, which is also on this channel, which you guys can see, is that it's a playthrough that involves me talking a lot less. I get into a lot less of a discussion. Well, I guess it's not a discussion when I'm by myself, but I'm not talking nearly as much as I do in other playthroughs. You know, that's a variety of reasons. I mean, The Witcher is very story-heavy. The Witcher has lots of talking, even when you're not in cutscenes. You know, even when you're not in cutscenes, there's a lot of chatter in the game. Like when you're going from one area to the next. No. Oh gosh, darn it. I hate that. I hate that move when you dash and then try to convert your weapon and it interprets it as you wanting a special attack. There we go. For how difficult those enemies are, there's really no reward for killing them other than getting rid of them. You know, Quicksilver bullets, Oh, look at that. See this ladder? I just almost missed it. I know they put a lantern right by it, but still. So if you do watch the Witcher 3 playthrough, just be aware it's going to be different in that regard. I don't talk nearly as much as I normally do in a review. And that's for two. Now, I mean, part of it is the fact that the game just has so much conversation going on that it doesn't allow me to talk as much as I normally do. But it's also because I kind of just want to enjoy the game and record for the purposes of a review. And so I may be actually taking notes for my review, or just sort of like enjoying the experience. I think Witcher 3 is one of those experiences where it can take some focus, and especially like that game's combat can be very challenging at times, even on the second difficulty setting. I haven't tried playing on the first difficulty setting because that's basically the hey, don't try to challenge me setting, and I don't want to go through the game like that. Like that's essentially the I just want to experience the story setting. And that's not what I want. I want the combat to at least, I want the game to cause me to die from time to time if I'm not on top of my game, basically. I don't want the game to basically say, hey, you can just roam through here for free, no charge, because it's so easy. That's not what I want. Now, people say this is the real Iosefka, and that there's a fake Iosefka. I'm not really in a place to say yes or no, that is or isn't true, because me and Lore, we don't get along. This thing does drop Iosefka's blood vial, so that's why people say that's how you know it's Iosefka, but at the same time, I have Iosefka's blood vial now, so if somebody killed me and they picked it up off my corpse, would that make me Iosefka? So the mere fact alone that the creature standing there has Iosefka's blood vial does not constitute any sort of proof, in my opinion, that it's Iosefka, or was Iosefka. That's my opinion. Here's where you, booyah. Here's where you started the game. I believe it was right here, if I'm not mistaken. And, yeah. Or was it? Or was it the other way? Maybe I'm mistaken. No, yep, that is where you started the game. Okay, I'm right. So, while I won't argue with someone who very, very obviously knows more about the lore than I do, I will say that I haven't seen any additionally convincing evidence that that is Iosefka. Now, here's a little note. Handwritten scrawl. Seek pale blood to transcend the hunt. I don't know why I spoke in that voice. But, the fact that there is a Iosefka here, how do you know that that's a fake? And how is it a fake? Like, how did this, whatever this thing is, can it assume the form of any creature it wants to? I don't know. I'm just not so quick to say things are fakes. And a lot of people have said that about different things in different games. Like in Dark Souls 2, people wanted to say that the one dragon was a fake. And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, how do you know that? And how is it a fake? And how does something fake itself into being a dragon or anything for that matter? I'm just a little reluctant to believe all these stories of all these characters are fakes. How does this fake become a fake? I mean, is this a person who just dressed up as Iosefka and is pretending to be her, and this creature, this is a human being? Or is this a non-human being who's assuming the image of a human being?
Would you mind leaving us alone? But if you refuse to leave... Oh well. I was always try my hand on the hunter.
Ah, threatening, eh? I've always wanted to try my hand on a hunter, so obviously that's a threat. Hang on a second. What's going on here? I don't remember having to fight anyone. What's the deal? Ow. Okay, so this was unexpected. Gotcha. As planned. I don't ever recall fighting her in any of my playthroughs. Got her. I don't know if you can interrupt that move. Yeah, I don't know if you can interrupt that move. So it's going to be hard for me to try to interrupt it, not knowing if you even can. Oh, and you gotta realize she's going to have two different attack lengths, or two different ranges of attack, based on whether she's using the whip form of the threaded cane or the cane form. Oh, I didn't think she'd be able to reach me there. Hopefully she only heals once, because if she's going to heal constantly, that's going to be a major problem for me. Because I didn't come into this planning to fight difficult hunters, anything like that. Oh, come on, the table blocked me. That's so cheap, and it wouldn't register my dash attempt. I don't know what it is. I hit the dash button before I was struck, but there's a maybe 100, 200 second millisecond delay, 200 second millisecond, a 200 millisecond delay between when you hit the button and when the game actually registers the input. But rather what I think it is, I think what is probably happening is that when you see yourself get hit is not when the game considers you hit. When you see yourself get hit is likely 200 milliseconds or so after the game actually registers you as being hit. So the reason it seems like you dash right before an attack but it doesn't register your dash, or it doesn't count, is because the game considers you already having been struck by this attack. You're not seeing it yet. You've hit the dash button. You think you've dashed right before it, but it registers as you attempting to dash right after being hit. So I think that's what's going on. That's my best theory, at least. I would like to take her into a different room. That sounds bad. I would like to take her into a different room. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Yeah, I mean, nothing really seems to do a lot of damage to her. I could try to hit her with the numbing mist, but honestly, you have to keep it on her at all times. It's just frustrating. So no thank you. Get her, get her, get her. Darn it. I'm just wasting bullets now. Yeah, see right there? Unquestionably, I hit the dash button before I saw myself get hit. So I think the game registered the hit right before I actually saw it. And yeah, the button to do the firearm, horrible, horrible delay on firearm shots. Horrible delay. Almost just untenable for getting reliable interrupts on fast-moving enemies. Ooh, I got her while she tried to heal. I hope that counts as her only heal. I hope that counted as her only heal. That would be awesome. Oh, that was actually input lag right there, guys. It attempted another attack after, or another shot after I already did it. What? Weapon broken? Jeez. That is so stupid. That is so stupid. That is so stupid. How in the world is this weapon breaking so often? Uden Writhe. Yeah, I never encountered her under those circumstances before. Never had to fight her. Usually when I come in here, she's on this table here, assuming the position. Alright, well that's that. So now we need to get to... Well, hang on. Is this the door where you would talk to Iosefka? Where's the door where you talk to her? Or is that Iosefka that I just killed? See, guys, I don't know. I don't know lore. Data and lore. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Let's see here. I think we've explored all of this. But I thought the clinic was supposed to be a place where I could send people. But maybe it's because I came here too late. I think that's what it is. You have to come here earlier, I guess. But can you get here earlier? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't see where you talk to Iosefka. That, I guess, was her. Let's see what it says on that rune. A liaison rune. Visceral attacks restore quicksilver bullets. Huh. I didn't know that existed. That's interesting. Not something I'll really need, though. I don't typically run out of bullets that often. Although you never know. Alright, now the guide, it tells us to go through Iosefka's clinic at this point. And after that, it says to go to Forsaken Cainhurst Castle. How do you get to Forsaken Cainhurst Castle? Let's see. Well, guys, I'm trying to see if it tells you how to get there. This game, I mean, this guidebook, I mean, it's something else, guys. It loves to not tell you how to get to an area. Yep, it looks like that's going to be the case again. It looks like it's going to tell you all about how to get through the Forsaken Cainhurst Castle without actually telling you how to get there. Yeah, this one sort of tells you, but it's indirectly telling you using flavor text. You know, that's based on the lore of the game. Like some of these segments have little flavor text paragraphs at the beginning that have like highly stylized language that just, for example, for Iosefka's clinic, it says, "You know this place. You remember it from not long ago. Perhaps it is where you awoke." You know, that kind of flavor text. This says, "You find an ancient letter addressed to none other than yourself. Following its directions, you board a mysterious coach near the large gate of Himwick." So what, is that it? Is that all you tell me? So this is the guidebook, and you don't tell me how to get there? Let's see. Oh, it's back here in a paragraph where you find the letter. So you have to really search for it. It's unfortunate because the best case, really what they should do to make a good guidebook, and you know, people say, well, have you ever made a guidebook? I'm like, well, I've never made a guidebook, but I'm also not currently a parent, but I can definitely recognize some bad parenting things without being a parent. So no, you don't need to have made a guidebook to give advice on a guidebook. You don't need to have ever cooked a pizza to know that a burnt pizza is a bad pizza. You know, you got these people out there that are like, well, have you ever made a game? Then you can't criticize it. I'm like, yes, you can definitely criticize games without making them. I can criticize a bad movie and not have ever made a movie myself. So this says here, hang on. It's the Cainhurst Summons, a very important item that allows you to reach Forsaken Castle Cainhurst via Himwick Crossing and Himwick Charnel Lane. And then it has arrow square 03, which I have no idea what that means. But let's go to Himwick Charnel Lane, somewhere in there. Not sure. It's clearly telling me to go somewhere else for more of an explanation. I don't know what it's trying to say, though. Is that page 3? Obviously not page 3. Section 3? No idea. No idea. Obviously it's not page 3. Indeed, it is not page 3. So, no idea what it means. Arrow, open square, 03. It's not useful. It's not useful. Okay. Let's go to Himwick Charnel Lane. And see if we can figure it out from there. I've been to Forsaken Cainhurst Castle before, but I only went one time. So I don't distinctly remember how to get there. I remember you go up to some sort of stagecoach or something and it transports you as long as you have the note. Other weapons to consider using for future playthroughs would include the Blades of Mercy, which you can get fairly early on by killing Eileen, which would mean that we wouldn't be able to get the Hunter of Hunters. Oh, you know what? Let's go see if we can do that. Sorry, guys. Let's go see if we can get the Hunter of Hunters Oath Rune. I will probably have to bug the guy out, like bug him out with a glitch, because at this point, I mean, he's just absurdly difficult, no matter how you look at it, but at this level, yeah, he's beyond absurdly difficult. Grand Cathedral, is that where we fight, what's her face? Vicar Amelia? Yeah, the fact that I can teleport here means that it's probably not ready. Although I thought by now we should be able to finish Eileen's quest, so now I'm starting to wonder, is Eileen's quest bugged out? It might be bugged out. Let me see if I can get to the Tomb of Udin lamp, and if I cannot get to the Tomb of Udin lamp, then it probably means that her quest is bugged out. And if so, this would be the second time it's happened to me out of 3 playthroughs. So 2 out of 3 is a really, really bad average number. That out of 3 playthroughs, it's bugged out twice. That would not be good. Oh wow. Oh gosh, that's terrible. So they still haven't fixed that, have they? Watch this, guys. We can run to the Tomb of Udin, and there'll be nobody there. It's just broken now. So Eileen's quest is broken. We can't get the Hunter of Hunters rune. We can't finish her quest. We can't get her weapon, or I don't believe we can get her armor set either. And we also can never use the Tomb of Udin lamp again. That sucks. 2 out of 3 times I've played through the game, I've had this bug. If that's not the case, guys, and I'm misunderstanding something, please let me know. But I'm pretty sure that's what happened again here. We got another one of these bugged out quest lines. Sucks that it happens like that. You know, for that to happen, it just means that the game really isn't finished. And that's the thing. People are like, well, you know, games are really complicated, and it's really hard to make a perfect game. No one's talking about a perfect game. People are just talking about a game that works properly. You know, you can't do that. You can't have quests and games that just break suddenly. And I know it's happened before, and it's nothing new to the world of gaming, but it's not okay. It's not okay. You know, you gotta patch that stuff out ASAP. Yeah, see? There's nobody here, and the lamp is busted. It just won't work. So, yeah. Bloodborne, guys. Bloodborne. We shall see if Miyazaki's team does the right thing, does the professionally ethical thing, and fixes the problem, or if they just leave it as is and pull a Dark Souls 2 team behavior. What will Miyazaki do? Will he pull a Tanimura, or will he do what he should? We shall see. If he's anything like Tanimura, he'll pretend the bugs don't exist, he'll ignore them, and leave them all unfixed, and then he'll release a Scholar of the First Sin version of Bloodborne where they change enemy placements and try to charge people all over for the same game. Oh my gosh, that game's Scholar of the First Sin, that's pathetic. Oh, it's so terrible. It's so terrible, guys. They just took a bunch of enemies, swapped locations, switched up where the items can be found, and then boom, pay us $60. I'm like, wow, that is some nerve. That is some nerve. I don't even know if Electronic Arts would pull a stunt like that. That is such a lazy cash grab rehash. It's pathetic. Fortunately, someone gifted me the game on Steam, so I didn't have to pay a dime for that useless junk. Alright. Yeah, needless to say, don't buy Scholar of the First Sin. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage, guys. In every sense of the word. Alright, let's see if we can figure out where to go here. Maybe if I scroll, maybe if I flip back to Hemwick Charnel Lane, it'll tell me where to go for it. Unfortunately, I don't think the guide should be set up in such a way where you're expected to read every single line of every single paragraph throughout the entire guide to figure out what's going on. It should be pretty easy to flip through and glance at stuff. You shouldn't make it so that the paragraph telling you how to get to a certain area is in the middle of the guide for a different area section. That, you know what I'm saying? That's not good layout. That's not good design, because people may flip through the guide like I do, and I say, oh, I want to get to Castle Cainhurst, so I flip to the Cainhurst section. There's nothing there telling you how to get to Cainhurst. Nothing. So you flip back a page to the previous area. Nope, it doesn't appear to be there either. What you don't realize is it is in that previous section. You just got to read through every single paragraph to find what paragraph it's hidden in. So, yeah, the guide has some issues. Do not buy the Bloodborne guide if you want a guide just to flip through and go to at leisure as you need it. This is the kind of guide where if you're not reading from start to finish, you will get confused and not know where to go and not know what it's talking about. And it's like, yes, Cainhurst, okay, how the heck do I get there? It doesn't tell me. That kind of thing. It says that the Cainhurst carriage event, the large obelisk in the middle of the Himwick crossing, may not do anything on your first trip to Himwick. The large obelisk in the middle of the Himwick crossing. So let's go to the large obelisk. Where is the large obelisk? Is that the large obelisk? Oh, my weapon's broken. Really? Miyazaki. That's, oh, Miyazaki, you've lost your edge, man. That's some Tanimoto crap right there, dude. Get back with it, man. Come back. What happened to you? What happened to Dark Souls and Demon Souls? You're going the wrong way. That stun locking crap is just, ugh. Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that, Miyazaki. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. The Blade of Mercy. Oh, I called it the Blades of Mercy. I guess it's the Blade of Mercy. Yeah, another popular uploader who's doing a playthrough of this game has pointed out that the game has some very, very stark contrasts. I mean, it's incredible how certain aspects of this game are amazing, and then certain other aspects are just absolutely terrible. The design is all over the place. I've never seen anything like it. Like Dark Souls 2 doesn't really have anything that good, but it has tons of stuff that is pretty bad. So that game kind of has its own balance. It's balanced in the sense that it's just generally not that great. Dark Souls 2 and Demon Souls are really, really good. They got a few bad aspects, maybe one terrible fight like the Bed of Chaos, but, you know, it's not like it's spread all throughout the game. It's not like here where there are so many amazing parts to this game, and then so many terribly stupid, awful parts, that it's just this strange dichotomy that blows my mind. It's almost as if, it feels almost as if Miyazaki handed the game off to someone else every now and then they botched it up while they had it, and then gave it back to Miyazaki, and he didn't fix what they messed up. Maybe that's the only way I can explain it. Or maybe they had different teams working on it, and nobody just got together to make sure that it was a very cohesive whole. It just feels like, yeah, it does. It feels like two different people with different concepts of how to do difficulty worked on different parts of the game. That's the best way to explain it. It's like one guy whose idea of difficulty is cheap, lame tactics, and then the other guy whose idea of difficulty is fair and balanced challenge that challenges you to get better, but it is also at the same time fair given the tools that you're provided with by the game. Alright, let's try this again without a broken weapon, because, you know, weapons breaking is so cool. That's so much fun when that happens. So where is the obelisk and Charnel Crossing? I don't know. We'll just keep moving forward here until we find it. That's not it, I guess. Obelisk. That's a word for you. That's a word for you. We'll skip that guy. We don't like him. He doesn't like us. We don't like him. We just won't mess around with each other. Excuse me. That dog sure wants me dead. That's the obelisk, I think. Maybe. We'll find out in a moment. Yep. Walk up to the obelisk. which is all blurry. Now it's sharper. And yep. And get in! Get in! Yep, we get in. Lead elixir. Yeah, I don't like that. You can use that in PvP and it really throws stuff off. Yep, got it. We're riding there in the snow. Alright. So, Forsaken Cainhurst Castle. I've been calling it Castle Cainhurst. Cainhurst Castle. All about the snow and the ice. The way I like it. It has an automatic door. There's a sensor back here that senses movement. Using ancient technology known as magics. Alright. Light the lamp. And let's go back and do what we need to do there, and then come back here, and then that'll be the end of this episode. Obviously, we can't get started. We're at like 40-some minutes, so no point in even getting started here, because we'll be done in a minute or two. I'm doing a pretty good job sticking to that 45 minutes. Doing a pretty good job sticking to it. I have to remember that we ultimately didn't end up killing Ram, so we're going to have to go back to him. Nobody likes Ram. He's a loser. He's vacuous. And the reason I know that is because the game tells me he's vacuous. That sucks that our quest broke. But I guess I really shouldn't be all that surprised. It's not the first time. Then again, maybe I'm getting really unlucky and it's not happening that often. No, it is. I've known many people are complaining about it, and it's been commented on by popular YouTube uploaders. Yoinkers. Okay, well that's it for now, guys. Don't want to tell you we can't get started. We're almost at 45. We'll leave it at that, and I will see you guys next time for the continuation of our Bloodborne Kirkhammer playthrough. And until then, later everyone. Hey guys, thanks for watching. As always, I'm Fox with Foxeo Plays. You can also check out my main channel, FoxeoGames, where I upload tons of videos like reviews and comedy stuff. Included here is my Fox Kinda reviews of Freedom Wars for the PlayStation Vita. It's a comedy review series, as well as my Foxstalgia review of Magician on the NES. It's also a comedy review series just of older games that I have quite a bit of nostalgia for. Yes, I do have a Patreon. I don't actually really ask people to donate to it, but I do mention it because people often ask, hey, can I give you money? The answer is yes. Yes, you can give me money. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. That's where I prefer to keep up with people, though I do have a Facebook. Of course, you can follow there if you'd like. And other than that, I will see you guys next time.